start out our day here at the lodge at Fontana Village. We slept well last night, or at least 2/3 of us slept last night. But this is yeah, Travis tried really hard. This is what we're dealing with, and boy, this is a gorgeous view. And we're gonna be going up some of those mountains out there in the next day or so. There's a fire tower that we're gonna see today, I think. So we should have a pretty good trip, but this is a nice place. This would be worth coming back to. So, oh, there's a big old turkey up there. Forgot about the turkey. There he is. Gobble, gobble. And let's see what else. There was another picture over here that I thought was really clever. Kind of like the old folks at home up here. The old bears at home. I thought that was especially cool. So we got our, yep, Gavin got his books. Gavin's really big. Gavin got his passport stamp. So we're in good shape and ready for the shuttle. Go, it is, I don't even know what day it is, but we're at Fontana Dam and we are crossing. And when we get across, we'll be at the Smokies. This is really kind of neat right here. I think that these are winches that pull up the chains that open and close the gates here at the dam. We were here a few days ago, and we probably will have included some of that video in something else, but it's a gorgeous day. Well, a little cloudy, a little cool, but it's going to be nice once we get moving, and we'll be plenty warm. So we're going to head across the dam and break off into the Smoky Mountains for the day. Actually, for the next week. I'll just give you a shot here down below. It just blows my mind, the magnitude of this structure, and that it was built in 1945. It's still going and still operating. Really kind of cool. You can see the powerhouse coming around down here below a little bit, and the overflow spillway down there is really pumping out the water. That was really impressive to me when we were here this weekend. It's just absolutely amazing. It looks a little different today than it did then. But, anyway, this is what we got, and this is where we're headed. So there's a fire tower up there. I think we're going to hit that. Let's see what happens. Got a better shot straight on of the spillway down there. And that is just so impressive. We were down in the parking lot Saturday down there, and I was trying to explain to Gavin the size of the turbine. That's one of the turbines that they have on display right there. And I think that's as big as a pickup truck or better. It's just impressive, the size and the magnitude of this thing. We are arriving at the Great Smoky Mountains National Park. This is the most visited national park in the United States. I've forgotten now how many visitors, millions of visitors they have each year. Yeah, it is cool today.
Oh, you're supposed to say
oh, yeah. We were talking the other day about my videos and how everything is either awesome or cool. I've got to come up with some new superlatives. But we'll wander up this way. There's a blaze on that sign, and find where we're supposed to drop our permits, and we will be off into the Smokies for the day. We're doing about 6 miles today to a campsite. And hopefully we'll all rest well tonight and be rejuvenated for some more climb tomorrow. We'll see how things go. Arrived the place where the AT leaves the roadway from behind Fontana Dam. That was probably a little fast, sorry about that. And we're getting ready to head off into the woods. We'll stop right up here and deposit our permits, and we'll be on our way. So, but I'm gonna stop up here and put the permits in. Here we go today, because we are uphill all the way, and I sometimes forget to stop and take videos, and no better than my wind is yet, you can forget me videoing while I'm trying to walk uphill. But it's my understanding that once we make it up to grade, that we'll be ridge walking for a while. So it's going to take us a day or so to get there, but we will for sure. That's what we're leaving behind. But I think we're going up something just as steep. We're still climbing. We're still getting up above the dam. You can see it down there. And the visitor center off to the left. And I think we're about to get up on a ridge that we won't be doing quite as arduous of climbs. We'll be doing a little up and down ridge walking, I'm hoping. That's where we are right now. We are still climbing. And you can sort of see back this way where we've been. And there's the water down there where we were a long time ago. We're still moving forward and upward. A few days ago in one of the videos that it would be kind of nice to know kind of what some of the mountains are and where we were going and where we have been. Well, I wanted to stop and show you this. I don't know if you can make out the fire tower there on top of that or not, but that's where we're going. That is about 2 miles away, I think, by trail. Hope we don't have to go straight up it. My guess is we're probably gonna meander along this ridge right here. Our trail goes out this way, so I bet we're gonna hit that ridge and go up and down and over to that. And then our campsite's not too terribly far beyond that. So we're about 3 miles or so from the campsite. Not a bad day today. We're still going uphill, but we're making the best of it. It wasn't quite like that before. It's gnarled up and hollow in the middle. Here's another view of where we're headed. I got up on a flat spot and I was pretty much right. I think we are going to kind of follow along the ridge line to get up there. Although, who knows? Maybe we'll go up there and follow up. Hope this doesn't go downhill far since we've got to go all the way up there. But we'll see what happens. So there should be a fire tower up there. I see some clouds up on the top, but hopefully that'll blow off and we'll be able to see at least a little bit of stuff when we get there.
So this is Dad trying to make it up this. Let's see how he does.
Wow.
Yep. I just stepped on the root.
Yeah, that's kind of what I was shooting for too. I just wanted to be able to push when I got there.
Yeah.
Fog is really settling in. That would be a really nice view were it not for the clouds. And we're also dealing with sleet.
Yeah.
Yeah, we got a little bit of sleet. It's not bad. Hardly enough to have a rain cover on, but this is really, really awesome here. We've not seen anything quite like this before. So anyway, I'm going to ring off and head on down here before I break my neck. Well, we have arrived at the top of what I believe is Shuckstack Mountain, and we are at a crossroads. The fire tower is about 1/10 of a mile up that way, and the Appalachian Trail goes down this way. So we're having to make a decision. Up there for 1/10 of a mile to see some of this, or just keep going forward a little ways to our campsite. I think in view of the fact that we're getting some sleet and some rain and some snow and definitely in the clouds, I think we're going to head on down the AT. So we'll be sure to stop at the next fire tower and hopefully have a better view. We'll see you soon. We're on a ridge. I'm really happy to be off the ridge because right now we're getting pelted with sleet and wind, and it has certainly cooled down a good bit. So we'll walk on up, and I think we're going to get around behind this thing a little bit just here shortly. We'll see what happens. We're about 1 mile and 3 or 4 tenths from the campsite, so it won't be too long before we'll be able to set up and get in out of the weather. My video post this morning, or not video post, but blog post that I set up this morning, I jinxed myself about the weather because we were right up on top of a ridge line. And I don't know if you can tell it in this camera or not, but we're getting sleeted upon. And that's all right. I don't think it's going to be anything hugely significant, or we would have heard about it beforehand. And I do think that the bulk of our weather this week will be better than this. But boy, right up here on this ridge line, the wind is whipping and the sleet is falling. It's the first time I guess I've ever been out hiking actually in frozen precipitation. And this isn't much of it. I'm sure we'll see it worse at some point down the trail. But at least it's different and it's worth taking a video of. White on the trail as we go up now. And some of the sleet that we're dealing with. We're close to the end of our hike and definitely looking forward to pitching our tents and getting in and out of this mess. Because my hands are cold. We're still in the sleet a little bit, but we just crossed behind a ridge. And I think that's going to protect us some from it. I see Travis's tent all the way up there. So it's nice to be within sight of the campsite. I hope we have water, but I still have 2 liters from this morning. So if we don't, I think we'll be okay for tonight. Don't know what we'll do for cooking because I'm not real keen on getting out in this weather to cook. And I'm also not very keen on cooking in my tent, especially in bear country. But we'll see what happens when we get to our camping area. It should be just right up here. So we'll ring off and talk to you soon. Wow, what a difference a few hours makes. We came in and it was sleet and freezing rain and just really cold and nasty, and hands were freezing. And we got to the campsite, we got our tent set, and as I was sitting in my tent changing into my warmer clothing, the sun came out. And it's gone back in now, but it's a really, really beautiful little valley area where we're camped tonight. We've got a fire going. Gavin did an excellent job of finding some poplar bark to use for tinder there, something I've never done. And I'm very proud of him. He's learned a lot, and he's quite an outdoorsman. I always stop and show you moss-covered rocks, and this is our water source right up here. Actually, I just now saw the pipe. That's where we'll be getting our water tonight. And we've got this nice little area running right down through the valley here. And we'll show you this a little bit later on. I hope I remember to. This little contraption right over here, if you can see the little discs and the cables there, that's bear cables, and that's what we'll use to hoist our food up tonight. And we'll be running into that throughout the Smokies. They will provide bear cables for us to hang our food so that it's a little safer than a poorly thrown bear bag. So this is what we got for the evening, and we're gonna make our dinner here by the fire and enjoy ourselves. We've made some new friends, and it's all good. Sooner had I mentioned that we got to camp and the weather was clearing, that it starts to sleet again a little bit. And I don't know what the weather's gonna be tonight. I think it's a 5 minute at the time kind of a deal. So we'll sort of take it as it comes. We're gonna eat our supper and we'll let the fire burn down and get in our tents and go to the bed here. And not too long of a time, I guess. We're still waiting on the supper to, we got noodles, so we got to let them soak up the water and get edible so that they're not completely al dente. Kind of hanging by the fire right now. Everybody else is in their tents like sane people. But we'll be here for a few more minutes, and then we're going to hang our food and go to the bed. Have to. So you remember that bit about the weather turning for the good? Yeah, it didn't. We're still sitting here by the fire trying to get our food in us so that we can get in our tents and get to the bed. So we're gonna not take a very long video, but I definitely wanted you to see this. And wow, this is coming down pretty good here. Not something we were expecting. Okay, here we go. This is better. This is me in my tent. I don't have my stuff out yet, but we're just getting past this little sleet storm that came upon us. The sun is now back out, bless its heart. It's dripping a little bit of rain, or maybe it's just dripping off the trees. I don't know. It's kind of hard to tell. But it's early in the day yet still. It's not even close to bedtime yet. But anyway, we're kicking back and relaxing and letting this weather pass. And get up and do the dishes and such as that here in a little while, I suppose. On to warm my hands up a bit. And, really toasty. I didn't track too much water into the tent. Got to figure out, that's one thing I got to sort out, is how do I get into the tent when it's raining? I've got rain gear on without bringing in a lot of water with me. So it's something to be looking at and figuring out as I go along, I suppose. This time it wasn't rain that I was bringing with me. It was sleet on my back. Sort that one out, and I'll let you know what we come up with. Talk to you soon.
Snowman I made out of sleet. It's kind of dirty, but yeah,